There's a way to operate your business where your finances, your numbers are no longer something you avoid, are no longer something you question, are no longer something you second guess and you hesitate. That is not how you operate a company, right? You want to operate from a place of financial power where you're leading your business towards the ultimate financial freedom. Here's the thing. When this happens, you are no longer opening your bank account trying to figure out what is happening. And based on your bank balance, determines your mood. If it's high, you're happy. If it's low, you're sad. You're no longer operating that way. You're no longer waiting until the end of the month to understand your performance. You're no longer waiting until the end of the month to understand if you're profitable or not. You're no longer making decisions and hoping that everything works out. You're no longer saying, before I can make a decision, let me ask my fiance, my husband, my spouse, my this, my that person that's not even in your business. No, you're not operating like that. Instead, you know, okay? You know where your business stands. You know what is working. You know what needs to shift. And if decisions present themselves, you're not hesitating. You're not overthinking. You're not carrying the weight of uncertainty and fear because you don't know the impact of that decision. Absolutely not. You are clear, you are decisive, and you are in control. And this is how you operate a business with the ultimate financial power. And here's the thing. This is the kind of financial power that actually matters as you scale your business. And so you may be wondering, how do I get and how do I keep my very own dose of financial power? Well, let me tell you how. Let's talk about it. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Say Yes to Profits podcast, the place to be for 7- and 8-figure women CEOs of consulting firms and service-based businesses that are ready to convert their revenue into consistent cash flow and predictable profitability. I am your host, Dr. Octavia Conner, CEO of Say Yes to Profits, a virtual CFO firm. If you are new here, welcome to the best place to learn how to manage your finances profitably and properly and consistently say yes to profits. If you are returning, thank you for coming back again and again. Listen, either way, by tuning in to these episodes each week, you are on your way to becoming a profiteer. You see, a profiteer is a woman CEO who not only earns more money, but she also manages her business's finances with precision. She retains more of her revenue because she's operating intentionally, and she multiplies her money through strategic financial guidance. And therefore, her revenue turns into millions and millions and millions of dollars in profit. Yes. Now, let me show you how to operate from a place of financial power. Matter of fact, let me show you what it actually looks like to operate from that place. I want you to picture a typical week as a CEO. Like you are in meetings and you are leading your team and you are servicing your clients and you are making decisions that impact the direction of your company. Like you're operating the day-to-day movement of your business. And so at some point, right, naturally, your numbers come up. Your financial picture comes up. And for many women CEOs, this is where things slow down and often come to a halt. This is where emotions come in, and instead of making decisions from a place of power, decisions are made from a place of uncertainty and even fear. Right? You may open your reports and you don't need to look at another report, but you open your report and you feel like, oh, I got a snapshot of the past. But how is the past going to help me with the future? Right? You see your revenue, you see your expenses, you see your profit, and yet it takes time to fully understand what all of that means and if you can use it going forward. And so you try to connect the pieces and you ask your bookkeeper and they're no help because they can only look at the historical part, and you ask your CPA, but they're really no help because they only look at your taxes. And so you're sitting in that day wondering, what will your future look like? And you're feeling like it's totally unclear, right? Because you don't have the information that you need and the guidance that you need to make the right decisions. Okay, so picture that. Now, contrast that with how my CFO clients operate. Okay, they step into their week already grounded in their financial direction. Right? Before the week even begins, they have the ultimate financial visibility into their current position and their future position. Like they know how their business is performing and how it is expected to perform. They understand what is driving their results. And so when decisions show up during the week, there's no pausing. There's no fear. There's no hesitation. There's no back and forth. There's no uncertainty sitting in the background and sitting in their chest, right? No, there is financial power because they have the information that they need. Like literally, they are moving with the ultimate financial clarity, control, and confidence. And that, my friend, is the difference between having the strategic financial data and the numbers to make decisions, having the forecast and the proactive future in front of you versus making decisions with a lack of visibility. And here's the thing. For most 7-figure plus women CEOs, their finances is actually a disconnect between the everyday operations of their business. Like you may be producing results and revenue may be coming in, and yet your financial visibility is a result of delaying decisions. Things are scattered. Things are not together. Things are not in order. Things are incomplete. And so when it's time to make decisions, you're leading from a place of disconnect, fear, hesitation, overthinking. And sometimes you make decisions unnecessary because you have a lot of pressure because you can't see your path forward. And so here's why this tends to happen, right? Because there is a false belief that you're operating by. So remember how I said you log into your bank account, you see the bank balance, it determines your move for that day, it determines the decisions that you need to make. Well, oftentimes that bank balance will make you feel like when it's high that you are in a stable financial position. And that's not always the case, right? Financial power is not built on how much money is in your bank account. And so it's not built on the money that your business is generating, right? That's not financial power. That's not financial stability because you can earn revenue. Heck, you can even be profitable on paper and still have money problems. You can operate at a loss on paper and have money in overflow. What you really need to do in order to operate from a place of financial power is to build clarity around your numbers. You see, financial power is built on how quickly and how clearly you can interpret what your numbers are telling you, and you can design a future that ensures you move forward profitably. And see, when that becomes your norm, your entire leadership style evolves to one of power. So how do you do this? Well, this is where the performance pillar comes in. Now, the performance pillar is one of the 5 pillars of the Say Yes to Profits framework that every CFO client of ours implement. Like literally, this has a 97-98% success rate, and it has held strong there since 2016. Okay. Now, performance is about real-time awareness of what is happening financially within your business. This is not surface level reports. Like you do not need another report. Okay. They become useless at some point, right? When you cannot interpret them and be able to paint a picture of your path forward. No, the performance is about clear and structured visibility into the metrics that matter, right? So if you're watching this, you see the CFO profit performance dashboard, right? Literally, the metrics that matter will be something you track every single day. And so for our CFO clients, they can log into their financial dashboard 24/7, 365. And within 5 minutes, she knows, okay? She knows, right? She knows her current cash position. She is able to project her profit in the current month on the day she's looking at it so that she's clear on where that month is going to end right then and there. right? She understands whether her revenue is aligned with her targets, whether her expenses are within range or out of range. She understands whether her cash, her bank account rather, is growing or shrinking, right? So she's not searching for this information and trying to put multiple reports together and put things in her head and wonder and no. Everything is visible and organized. Okay? Now, here's a shift that you must make in order to do this. You have to create clear visibility into your business, right? Because when a decision comes up, our CFO clients, they don't have to pause. They don't have to go back and forth. They don't have to think about it more. They don't have to ask the fiance, the spouse, the this, the that. No. They look at their data, right? And they're able to evaluate the impact. Like our CFO clients, she's able to make a decision from a place of power in that moment. Like literally, I had a client who used to avoid her numbers altogether. They didn't make her feel good. Like they felt overwhelming. And it wasn't because her business was struggling. It was because there was a disconnect with her finances and her day-to-day operations of her business, right? What we did was restructured her financial view so she could clearly see her performance at any given time. And here's what she said. Dr. O, I started to review my finances every single week. Like I looked forward to reviewing my finances. Like literally she texted me on my client's cell phone and was like, I get it now. I get it. Like I understand my profit. Like I feel more confident in my decisions. I don't hesitate. I don't feel like I got to sleep on it. Like I feel like I can make decisions from a place of power because I have the ultimate financial visibility. Does this make sense? Okay, so here's the thing. I want you to pause and I want you to consider something. If you could sit down today and immediately understand the financial health of your business without confusion, without stress, without frustration, how differently would you lead and operate your business this week? Let me know in the comments, because here's the thing. This is the level of financial power in which you should build towards. You see, financial power is not something you wait to feel once your revenue reaches a certain level. No, it is something you build through financial clarity, through financial consistency, through financial discipline, and through financial structure. And see, when your financial data is clear and it is accessible, your confidence increase. Right? Just imagine looking at the CFO dashboard and having to make a decision. You'll know where you stand. You'll see your cash runway, right? You'll see your burn rate, right? You'll see what's going on right now. You'll see what you projected in the future, and your confidence will increase. And when your confidence increases, your decisions improve. And when your decisions improve, your business becomes more profitable and more sustainable. And then you get to the point where you're operating from a place of financial freedom and not financial frustration. And this is how the shift must happen. You must shift from operating reactively and shift to operating proactively. And so when you do that, the financial power, it will come. And so as a quick profit check yourself moment, I want you to answer this quick question. When was the last time you reviewed your numbers and immediately understood what actions to take next? If that is not your current experience, then your next level of financial power is waiting for you when you have the ultimate financial visibility. So I want to invite you to join me for my upcoming virtual masterclass, the Say Yes to Profits Accelerator, because during this masterclass, I am going to show you how to structure your financial visibility so that you're able to lead your business with precision, with intentions, and with power, backed and supported by data and numbers that matter. And so you want to secure your spot today by going to accelerator.sayyes2profits.com or click the link in the description. Okay? So hopefully this episode was helpful. It was all about the ultimate financial power that comes when you have the ultimate financial visibility and you're able to make decisions from confidence because you have clarity, you have control, you have structure, you have discipline, you have visibility, and more. All right. So Be sure to like this episode, subscribe, and share it with your women CEO friends. And join me for the upcoming Say Yes to Profits Accelerator, again, by clicking the link in the description. This is Dr. Octavia Conner. And until we speak, say yes to profits. Toodles. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Say Yes to Profits podcast. Now it is time for you to make money moves. Take action based on what you learn. Now, see you on the next episode. Say Yes to Profits. Toodles.